Doctor's advice. Heart disease is quite common among us, and is all caused by our daily diet, which accumulates over time and causes complications. Below are some examples of foods and drinks that will cause cardiovascular disease. Fast food and prepared foods, high in saturated fat and trans fat. These fats can increase bad cholesterol, LDL, levels in the blood, leading to clogged arteries and increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Contains a lot of salt, sodium. Consuming too much salt can cause high blood pressure, a major risk factor for cardiovascular diseases. Red meat and processed meat contains a lot of saturated fat. Similar to fast food, red meat, like beef, lamb, and processed meats, like sausage, ham, are high in saturated fat, increasing LDL cholesterol levels. Contains a lot of salt and preservatives. Processed meats often have added salt and preservatives, contributing to the risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. Food can significantly affect heart health. Some foods can be harmful to the heart because they increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, including coronary artery disease, heart attack and stroke. Here are some foods that are dangerous for the heart, and why they may be harmful. Sweets and sugary drinks. High in sugar. Consuming too much sugar can lead to obesity, a major risk factor for heart disease. In addition, sugar can also increase triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood, increasing the risk of heart disease. Contains empty calories. Sweets and sugary drinks often provide no nutrition but only calories, contributing to weight gain and health problems. To protect heart health, it is necessary to limit consumption of the above foods, and replace them with heart-healthy foods such as green vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and good fats from fish, olive oil, and nuts. A balanced diet rich in nutrients and low in saturated fat, trans fat, and salt will help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and maintain a healthy heart. French fries. Trans fat and saturated fat cause clogged arteries, increasing the risk of heart disease. Salt increases blood pressure, putting more pressure on the cardiovascular system. Very dangerous, so please be extra cautious. Cheese. Saturated fat increases bad cholesterol levels, causing the risk of clogged arteries. Salt increases blood pressure, increasing pressure on the cardiovascular system. It depends on each person's physical condition. Whether they should eat or not should be carefully considered. Whole milk, milk chocolate. Saturated fat increases bad cholesterol levels, causing the risk of clogged arteries. Sugar and saturated fat cause weight gain and increase bad cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Fried food, salty snacks, cookies, chips, trans fat and saturated fat increase the risk of heart disease similar to other fast foods. Salt and trans fats increase blood pressure and bad cholesterol levels, thereby increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Alcoholic beverages, beer, wine, white bread. Alcohol, excessive consumption can cause high blood pressure, adversely affect heart function, increase the risk of stroke and heart disease. Refined starch causes increased blood sugar and weight gain, thereby increasing the risk of diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Ready-to-eat foods, instant noodles, canned foods, margarine, salt and preservatives increase blood pressure and heart disease risk, especially with preservatives that can damage the lining of blood vessels. Trans fat increases bad cholesterol levels, reduces good cholesterol levels, thereby increasing the risk of heart disease. Industrial sweets, candy, jam, industrial sauces, BBQ sauce, salad sauce. Sugar causes weight gain and increases the risk of diabetes, thereby increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Sugar and salt causes high blood pressure and weight gain, thereby increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Regular consumption of these foods can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, as they are high in saturated fat, trans fat, sugar, and salt. These substances can cause increased bad cholesterol, high blood pressure, and weight gain, thereby creating conditions for cardiovascular diseases to develop. Cardiovascular complications caused by unhealthy eating, along with an analysis of why they occur. Stay tuned next to know the consequences they have on our heart. Hypertension, atherosclerosis. Reason: consuming too much salt and processed foods. Salt retains water, increasing blood volume and pressure on artery walls. Reason: diets high in saturated fat and Trans fat increase bad cholesterol, LDL, levels, leading to plaque formation in the arteries. Heart attack, stroke. Reason: plaque from cholesterol and fat builds up in the coronary arteries, reducing or blocking blood flow to the heart. Reason: cholesterol plaques can rupture and form blood clots, blocking blood flow to the brain. Coronary artery disease, heart failure. Reason: saturated fat and cholesterol clog coronary arteries, reducing blood flow to the heart. Reason: long-term hypertension and other heart diseases cause damage to the heart muscle, causing the heart to not pump blood effectively. Arrhythmia, cardiomyopathy. Reason: hypertension and atherosclerosis change the structure and function of the heart, causing arrhythmia. Reason: excessive consumption of alcoholic beverages and fatty foods causes damage to the heart muscle. Hypertriglyceridemia, obesity. Reason: diets high in sugar and refined carbohydrates increase levels of triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood. Diets high in calories, fat, and sugar cause weight gain and obesity, which are major risk factors for cardiovascular disease. Type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome. Reason: unhealthy diet causes weight gain and insulin resistance, which increases the risk of diabetes, a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Combination of obesity, high blood pressure, high blood sugar and high bad cholesterol levels, due to an unhealthy diet. Hypercholesterolemia, endocarditis. Diets high in saturated fat and cholesterol lead to high levels of bad cholesterol, which clogs arteries. A poor diet weakens the immune system, increasing the risk of infection causing endocarditis. Aneurysm, peripheral artery disease. Reason: high blood pressure and atherosclerosis weaken the artery walls, causing aneurysms. Reason: atherosclerosis in peripheral arteries due to unhealthy diet, which reduces blood flow to the limbs. Angina and aortic stenosis. Reason: blood flow to the heart is reduced due to atherosclerosis, causing chest pain. Reason: high blood pressure and cholesterol plaque narrow the aortic valve, obstructing blood flow from the heart to the whole body. Circulatory failure, pulmonary hypertension. Reason: high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease reduce the efficiency of the circulatory system, causing circulatory failure. Reason: hypertension and atherosclerosis can lead to increased pressure in the pulmonary arteries, putting pressure on the right heart and leading to heart failure. These complications are directly or indirectly related to an unhealthy diet. Consuming too much saturated fat, trans fat, sugar, salt and alcohol can increase bad cholesterol levels, increase blood pressure, cause obesity and diabetes, thereby creating conditions for cardiovascular diseases to develop and cause serious complications. Therefore, let's be more careful every day to avoid getting unnecessary diseases. Cardiovascular diseases include a variety of conditions that affect the heart and blood vessels, and they can lead to many dangerous complications. Here are 10 common dangerous complications of cardiovascular disease, along with an analysis of why they occur. Heart failure. Cause: due to a decrease in the heart's pumping function. Analysis: when the heart muscle is weak or damaged, the heart cannot pump enough blood to meet the body's needs, leading to blood stagnation in organs and tissues, causing heart failure. Stroke, cerebral vascular accident. Cause: high blood pressure, atherosclerosis. Analysis: a stroke occurs when blood cannot circulate to a part of the brain due to a blockage or rupture of a blood vessel, leading to brain cells being deprived of oxygen and dying. Heart attack. Cause: blockage of coronary arteries due to blood clots or atherosclerotic plaques. Analysis: when a coronary artery is blocked, part of the heart muscle does not receive enough blood, leading to necrosis, death, of heart muscle tissue. Arrhythmia. Cause: heart tissue damage, coronary artery disease, hypertension. Analysis: abnormalities in the heart's electrical system cause irregular heartbeat, which can lead to a decrease in the heart's ability to pump blood effectively. The above complications are all related to impaired function of the heart and blood vessels, leading to lack of blood and oxygen supply to tissues and organs, causing damage and impaired function of those organs. Controlling risk factors such as blood pressure, cholesterol, diet and lifestyle is important to prevent and manage these complications.